that's it. For the rest of the session, if you guys have any questions regarding anything, you can just ask. For assignment, I can't help much, or I only know a few of the problems, and I won't give you the assignment hints. Which problem? Okay, I must say first that some of the questions that you guys have, I did not do them before, so it's still new, right? So, yeah. Okay, Little Match Girl. Do you know what attack is for Little Match Girl? Yeah, okay. So Little Match Girl is on Buffalo Flow. Hold on, let me. Okay, let me find. Can one of you email me the code for Little Match Girl? Yeah, you can drop me on Telegram. Uh, Hold on, I'll give you my handle. Basically, what I did is where you can exploit the which part of the program is exploitable, which part of the program is not exploitable, right? So that is one boundary. That's one thing you cannot go around. So the number has to be lesser than 36. Then if it's lesser than 36, you call light. So you go and you take a look at light, right? Light it takes in struct matchbook, then it takes in the unsigned in number, right? Then it will loop from 0 to number. Okay. Then there's an unsigned in how many, and it cannot be 0. Okay, then you'll do a bitwise AND with your with how many on let me see this buffer. Yeah, so when you pass in the value for how many, you only take in 1 byte. Well, the other group is not presenting. The other group is presenting next week. Okay, so let me show you something. Okay, so they are given a what is it called, a binary file, the compile file, right? So basically, if you take a look at your the assembly dump, you can see a few things. So all these are your libc code. So the part that you're interested in is this part. So you go to light, right? And can you not draw my screen? Okay. So you see that. Okay, so after you have a buffer and you release, so basically you are storing the address of fade away, right? So this the fade away is this function, right? So what you actually want is this function, which is the cat flag.txt, right? So basically, since they store fade away into release. After when they call later match release, right? The release function will be called. Okay. So what you want to do is you're trying to change this release to point to the function that calls the cat.flag.txt instead. Okay. So to get the address, you just do obj dump. Okay. Then you can see that the addresses are here lah. So okay, never mind. It's somewhere inside here, but you can do obj dump, you can do gdb, you can do anything that disassembles your code. So you have to figure out how much to write to the buffer and how much to like how do you get to, because this is 36, so basically 0 to 35, right? The first 0 to 35 bytes the first 36 bytes that you write will be into the buffer. But what you want to do is to write into release, right? Then to figure it out, you have to figure out how to exploit this function. How do you loop all the way to 36, over 36? Because in your main function, your number is restricted to less than 36, right? So it's 35 and below. Okay. So for you to loop all the way to 35 and 36 and 37 to reach into this part of the struct, right? You have to figure out, that's your first point, to figure out what to exploit. Okay. Secondly, they'll be copying the byte, 1 byte, right? They'll be copying 1 byte into each byte of the char array. Okay, so or how many will be 1 byte, a 1 byte thing. Okay, so after that, you have to figure out what's your payload. Your payload is the address to, you fill out your buffer with random junk, then you have to write to your release. Then what order do you write in? Little endians or big endian? Okay, that one you have to figure out yourself. So basically 3 things you have to do. One is to figure out the address of your function. Right. Second one is to figure out how do you write, how do you get to this release. Okay. How do you exceed the buffer? The third one is to figure out what's the payload? Basically, what do you give to write to override this thing? Okay. let me see. Yeah, that's for Little Match Girl. Any other? Basically, when I took a look at the assignment, it's basically an introduction to everything in CTF, like basics of everything. So I mean, it's not surprising that some of you don't know what to do, but let me see. Any other things you have issue with? I heard this one is for Little Match Go. I heard there's been people was getting stuck with sneak peek. Is it? Do you have issues with this one? Okay, so basically you're given this command, right? So hit sc10 dot flag dot txt grab and a string, right? So basically hit, you know that hit dash c10 dot flag dot txt gives you the first 10 characters of flag. Then it is piped into grab. So you're piping it into grab, right? So grab will only receive the first 10 characters. So basically you know that this is useless. Okay. No, basically what you're giving is you're providing the command, right? So you can simply do grab like to get the first 10 characters, but this first 10 characters is useless. Right. So when you type, you see when I type F, this is my command. Hit dash C then dot flag dot txt. I pipe into grab F. Right. So I'm running this entire command. So first, what's the next thing you think about? Because what you type, what you enter as input will be part of a command. Okay, so like once you know that this is pretty much useless, right? The grab part is pretty much useless. You ask yourself, what else can you do, right? So, hmm. Wait. Before I continue, who is stuck with this problem? And who hasn't solved sneak peek yet? Okay, where do y'all? Okay, I should ask that. Okay, so once you know that the first part of the command is useless, right? So basically, you want to throw those away, right? So some things you can do in Linux is, if you let's see if I don't give anything. Okay, if I give, you see, if I give just a quotation, right, it will give me my flag, the first 10 characters. Okay, so I know that I can modify the command line lah. Basically, this is the command I'm giving, so I can modify it. So if you are familiar with Linux commands, so basically you can give multiple commands in. So like let's say you know that your piping is one instance where you can join two commands, right? So another instance will be I hope this works. Yeah, so you see, when I run CD desktop and LOS, I'm changing directory to desktop and I'm running LOS at one time, at the same time. Right? So basically, yeah, the same thing goes if I use a semicolon, right? I can CD in the desktop, then I'll run LS. So basically, this is how I chain two commands in one command, right? So I'll try to do that. So sneak peek. When I do, I'll terminate. Uh, I'll terminate my grab. Then I'll do ls. I'll combine. Right. So basically, I need to make sure that I terminate the quotations. Right. So if not, it'll give me an error. So that's one way to do it. Okay. So once you that'll be a starting point. You throw away the first part of the command, then you issue a new command. Okay. So then the harder part will be to figure out what to give as a command, because they have some restrictions that you can't really bypass. So basically, you cannot enter any blacklisted characters. So your space, your all these symbols are blacklisted. So your backslash, forward slash, star, comma, curly braces, your parentheses, colon, question mark, dollar sign, exclamation mark. So if you look at your keyboard, there's only a few symbols that are not blacklisted, okay, which is your single quotation, your double quotation, semicolon, your dot. Basically, there's only a few. I'll go figure out what those are, and they have a blacklisted keyword flag. So basically, when they search, they'll do a check for substring whether the flag is in your command. So basically, you can't have flag in your command, but then you need to have flag in your command in order to cat it, right? So I'll leave you to figure out how do you provide flag while not providing flag. Okay, so there's some string, some things you can do with strings, okay, to you can figure that out yourself. But HMAC, wait, let me see. Which one is the HMAC one? C2. The Easy Cookbook. Oh. Okay, I must say I haven't done this before. Like I haven't done before. Okay. Okay. So from my observation, basically you have a variable that says show flag equal false. So you if it's true, then it will show the flag, right? Then your username is hacker1337. Okay, there's a signing part. Then it set hacker cookie. So basically, if you look at your cookies, I mean, I can see that there's some cookie stuff related to signature and hackers, right? Then if the hash part, so if I don't have a cookie, they'll set the cookie for me. Then they'll sign. Okay, so signing is your hash256. Hmm. Okay. Basically, you must generate a hack. Okay, at first glance, I can't see where's the issue. But like at first look, what I'm seeing is you must basically have set the flag to true while maintaining a valid signature or HMAC. That's how I'm looking. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. Yeah, but I'm not very good with PHP, so I can't really help you with that. Have you tried emailing the assignment TAs? Yeah, but they're the one who set this, so unless you try to figure out what each function does, then you can work around that. Basically, you have to learn a bit of PHP. But what I think is there's something to do with cookie modifying. Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, I need to go for the next session already. So good luck. I'll try to ask Prof for extension on the assignment, but no promises.